Hello, this is Scott Gregg, and tonight I'm down in the mechanical room of the Gregg compound, and I'm going to talk to you about something different tonight. You guys might know of my tutorial that I've written on the profitableplumbing.com website in regards to tankless water heaters, the Tankless 101 article. I've done quite a few home shows, answered tons of questions on other online plumbing forums, and I'm just going to hit the high spots in a three-part series on tankless water heaters. Got my own two Rinnais behind me. If you're wondering, I have two because there's a master shower in the house that does 16 gallons a minute with everything on, and it takes two water heaters to do that. If you were to try to do that with tank water heaters, you would have somewhere in the neighborhood of 3 75-gallon power vent tanks instead of these small compact units. So first off, frequently asked questions will be the kind of the title of this thing, and the question I get a lot is, how much do they cost? A good tankless water heater, and I mean a good one, not the crap they sell at the home centers, a good one's going to cost about double what a tank water heater costs, and there's good reason for that. They last twice as long, they use a lot less energy, no tank to bust and flood the house, that kind of thing. What's the payback? Well, I'm going to tell you, it depends on what you're replacing it with. If you're replacing a 50-gallon atmospheric vent tank water heater, the payback's going to be very long. There may not be a payback, okay? If you're replacing a large tank water heater or an electric water heater with a gas tankless water heater, your payback can be 3, 4, 5 years. In fact, in those situations, the bigger the tank you're replacing, the bigger the savings. It's not uncommon for a tankless water heater like a Rinnai to pay for the cost difference and its replacement over the life of the product. Are they really instantaneous? We get that question a lot. People call these instantaneous water heaters. These are not instantaneous water heaters. They're instantaneous right here, but not 100 feet of pipe away. You still have to eject the cold water laying in the pipe before you're going to get hot water. So your lag time to get hot water is going to be basically the same. Actually, maybe a little bit longer because these are always off. You can't probably tell, but these are off right now. They're not running because no one's using hot water in the house, where a tank water heater cycles on and off all the time. A lot of folks think you cannot take more than one shower at a time. Absolutely false. One of these water heaters can run 3 showers at a time year-round in the Virginia climate, no problem. 4 in the summer, no problem. How much money will I save? Again, that is going to depend on what you're replacing it with and what your habits are. If you're pulling out a tank water heater and putting in a tankless because you could never fill your big tub and all of a sudden you can, and you're going to start taking baths every single night in a great big tub, you are not going to save as much money as someone who keeps doing the same things that they're doing. We have very often heard of people taking out an electric tank, putting in a Rinnai gas, and saving $75 or more a month on their electric bill. And these use about 100 gallons of propane, if it's a propane to electric conversion, a year. Doing the math, you're looking at a substantial savings, hundreds and hundreds of dollars a year. The older your tank is, the more savings you're going to have putting in a tankless, because older tanks get less and less efficient as the years wear on. How long do they last and what's the warranty? A good tankless water heater like the Rinnai will last you 20 years. The warranty is 12 years on the heat exchanger, which is the main part, 5 years parts and labor if it's registered on everything else. What happens if it breaks and who's going to fix it? Alright, first of all, the warranty should help you understand that this product's not built to be cheap. It's a high-end appliance. Chances of it breaking, if it's installed correctly, very slim. There are authorized service providers. Rinnai has the largest network of any of them. Other manufacturers also have trained people that can work on the product. Where you get into trouble is when you start dealing with off-brand names that nobody installs or is aware of, and folks tend not to work on those. So stick with a good professional grade brand name, you'll be great. Can I use one to replace my boiler? No. Tankless water heaters are not boilers. We cannot sell them for use as boilers. If you need a boiler, you need to have a boiler, not a tankless water heater. One exception for that is you can use the electric tankless water heaters. One model, CAMCO, has an electronic tankless water heater built as a boiler, which is a very good low-cost alternative for small heating zones. for a whole house, if you've got a nice large home, you need 140,000 BTUs, you need a boiler, not a water heater. So small zones like a kitchen or a bath or something like that with a little bit of radiant floor heat or something, you can use an electric tankless, but you would not want to use a gas tankless. You'd want to go with a boiler. Can I install it myself? If you want problems, if you want to be one of the people on the internet that say tankless don't work and they're junk, install it yourself. Knock yourself out. You're going to screw it up. You may get it to work fine for a little while, but it ain't working fine. Eventually it's going to break and you'll be in trouble because you won't have anybody that wants to work on it because you installed it yourself. Good tankless water heaters, sorry guys, they're not DIY projects. I have seen some people who have installed their own, quite frankly, have done a good job. Some of them better than a lot of the plumbers out there. But it's rare. Hire somebody that knows what they're doing. Most of you watching this video, sorry, you don't know what you're doing. You think you do, you watch HGTV, you fix everything around the house. Do you know how to size a gas line? No. Do you know what vent pipe it requires and what the length limitations are and all that? No. Have somebody install it. The other thing, if you install it incorrectly yourself and it causes some major problems, your homeowners may not cover you if you didn't have it professionally installed. So I recommend get it installed by someone who's knowledgeable in these products. That's it for our first phase of these videos. Go to my website, profitableplumbing.com. There's a complete tutorial on the tankless page on that website. Tankless 101 has a ton of information on it. Thanks for stopping by. I hope this helped. There will be a part 2 on this and a part 3. So have fun and see you next time.